The Shaq list is crazier than you remember. From his early marriage that ended due to his continuous infidelity, to him shooting his shot at literally any and every girl in the industry. It's safe to say that Shaquille O'Neal's dating history is just crazy. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down his relationship timeline, as well as all the controversial moments that Shaq has found himself in for flirting. Starting off with Shaq's first serious relationship, Arnetta Yardbourgh, who he dated from 1992 to 1996. And she actually gave birth to Shaq's oldest child, his daughter, Taahirah. And as of now, the couple maintains a healthy co-parenting relationship and keeps their relationship off the internet. A couple years after this relationship, Shaquille O'Neal met his first wife, Shaunie, and they began dating in 1998 and got married a few years later in 2002. The couple share 4 kids together: Sharif, Shakir, Amira, and Miera. And for a while, it seemed like their relationship was going really well, but in 2007, things took a sharp turn. And that's because it was revealed that the couple was filing for divorce, with it being reported that they had switched BlackBerry phones, and Shaq kept getting text messages from a bunch of different girls. When later speaking on his marriage with Shaunie, Shaq admitted that his cheating is what messed up the relationship, saying, "At one time my ex-wife Shaunie and I were happy, but I admit it, I was a guy. I was a guy with too many options, and choosing to be with some of those women, well, that's on me. In my mind, I never did it disrespectfully, but obviously I shouldn't have done it at all."
I was bad. She was awesome. She really was. It was all me. I was just, look, we don't need to talk about what I was doing, but I wasn't protecting her and protecting those vows. So, sometimes when you live that double life, you get caught up in. So I'm not gonna say it was her, it was all me. Cause she did exactly what she's supposed to do. Gave me beautiful kids, take care of the house, take care of corporate stuff. It was just all me.
Years after the relationship was over, Shaunie questioned if she was ever really in love with Shaq. And when responding to this, Shaq said that he understood because he wouldn't have loved himself either. Around the time of Shaq's divorce with Shaunie, he was linked to video vixen Karrine Steffans. And this was in 2007 when Karrine actually spoke about Shaq during an interview, saying that he was one of the most generous people that she ever dealt with. Despite that, the relationship didn't work, with Karrine stating that it was due to her not following Shaq's rules. And years after they broke up, Karrine had got to a low point in her life. So she decided to call Shaq up to try to help her get back on her feet. She needed $2,000 to keep her condo that she was living in at the time, but ultimately, Shaq cut her off mid-sentence and denied her request for some money.
Hello? We have got 5 block. Hello?
And around 2009, Shaq was linked to Swedish model Dominica Westling. And it was actually said that she was one of Shaq's mistresses during his marriage to Shaunie. And it was in 2009 when some spicy text messages between the two started to circulate online. Now, when this first broke, it was huge news, but Shaq and Dominica have never spoke on the situation. In 2010, Shaq was linked to reality TV star Laura Govan. And according to Laura, her relationship with Shaq was completely platonic, adding that he's just one of the people that she's always talked to. He's just a good guy, and that's just kind of it. There's nothing really much to it. Laura also said that Shaq's ex-wife, Shaunie, was the one who started the rumor about her and Shaq. And despite what Laura said, a string of emails between her and Shaq were leaked, showing their steamy messages and proving their affair to be true. And years later, you can hear Shaunie's best friend, Evelyn Ozuna, speak about the whole situation, breaking down how Shaunie found out about the affair with Laura.
I wanted to play something.
After looking at what was on the CD, the IT guy handed me, I immediately went down the hall to my mom's room and showed her the text messages and emails that were on it. Her only response was, "Oh my God."
That was it. So IT guy that I guess they had gave her the CD of all, because remember back in the day people would email. You didn't have what we have now.
Oh my God, who's she talking about?
Apparently she's talking about me.
You?
I'll talk to her about it. It's none of your business.
By the end of 2010, Shaq was dating Nicole Hoopz Alexander, and this became one of his most publicized relationships ever. The relationship blossomed during Shaq's transitional period from NBA superstar to NBA announcer. And despite their chemistry and huge respect for one another, after 2 years, they decided to call it quits. Now, it wasn't clear what led to their breakup, but during an episode of It Takes a Sister, Nicole started crying when speaking on her breakup with Shaq. She also alluded to Shaq cheating on her, which was most likely the cause of their breakup.
How are we supposed to believe anything anybody says? Someone can love you for real and then lie to you right like that. Just lie. And then you're calling like, oh, I love you, we're gonna get married or whatever it is, and we're gonna have kids, and now the next hour you're with someone and like you're like lovey-dovey. Like Shaquille hurt me. That's what messed me up. I think it's hard to be strong all the time. Like there should just be one time that I'm able to just like be vulnerable. It's not like I want to be back with him. It's not that. It me up.
So yeah, at this point the pattern is starting to form, and you're starting to see that Shaq's a habitual cheater. Shortly after breaking things off with Hoopz Alexander, Shaq was linked to Moniece Slaughter, and they dated on and off between 2012 and 2016, but she broke up with Shaq, and according to her, the reason it didn't work with Shaq was because he was a habitual cheater, adding that she first caught him cheating with Nicole Hoopz Alexander shortly after they had just got matching tattoos. After that, she caught him cheating with a bunch of other women, adding that Shaq would never really break up with her and that he would just block her, and that's how she knew the relationship was over.
You dated Shaq?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
When?
2012, on and off, until 2016.
Was he cheating on you?
Yeah, a lot. And then we got matching tattoos, and then after the tattoo, he was in the Bahamas with Hoopz, and I'm like zooming in, and I'm like, that's the tattoo. His complaint was always my mouth, but I'm like, it's not really my mouth. You're just mad because I'm like, stop fucking other women. Exclusive.
How did you break things off with him?
It's just when I get blocked.
But before we move on, if you made it this far, hit that like button, it helps me out a ton. And if you really want to help, hit the hype button down there. But yeah, back to the video. In around 2014, Shaq crossed paths with Laticia Rolle, who became one of Shaq's most substantial relationships. A few years into the relationship, it was rumored that the couple had actually got engaged, and that's because Laticia was wearing a huge ring while snuggled up with Shaq, which you can see here in this photo. Despite how deeply committed the two seemed, in 2018 they called it quits after their 4-year journey. And a couple years later, towards the end of 2020, Shaquille O'Neal wanted to become a horse rider. And that's because Shaq shot his shot at Megan Thee Stallion while watching one of her lives. And during the live, Shaq said he was watching the yams and nothing else. One fan who commented on the situation said at this point, Shaq just does not care. About a year after this comment, Shaq was linked to his next rumored girlfriend, and that's Annie Alonze. And if you don't know who she is, she's an actress who Shaq was spotted with in the end of 2022. But really, their relationship just stayed quiet, and I think it's safe to say that it didn't last long. And it was around the same time when Shaq had went viral for shooting his shot at the Home Depot girl. Real name Ariana Joseph, the Home Depot girl went viral online for her looks, with many people saying that she looked too good to be working at Home Depot. And when it came to Shaq, he actually DM'd the Home Depot girl, saying don't let people bother you, which she responded, thank you Shaq. And with Shaq's response, he said don't read the comments and stuff because things like that will drive you crazy. Have a great day, and to all your boyfriends I say hello. And obviously a lot of people took this as flirting, and many people found it weird because Shaq was almost 50 at the time, and the Home Depot girl was only 22 years old. On top of this, Shaq created a whole skit where he went to Home Depot in search of the Home Depot girl.
Shaquille O'Neal from Louisiana State.
She's in the back.
But ultimately, not much came of it. And it was about a year and a half later when Shaq made some pretty crazy remarks to Angel Reese while on camera. And now if you didn't know, Shaq plays like this big brother role with Angel Reese. And their bond really got closer when her and Reebok remade the famous Shaq Gnosis shoe. And according to Shaq, they needed to lower the rim, and they needed Angel Reese to dunk in short shorts.
So I'm telling you now, if you just lower it like this, right there. I'm not saying go right there. I'm just saying, you know what y'all need to do one day?
I feel like it still wouldn't be good enough. It's never
don't
good
matter
enough
what you
for a
feel.
man.
I'll tell you what
People
I know.
always disrespect women regardless. They're always going to not
We're not.
give us the same value as a man. So I just don't even think that.
And that's why you got to do what you've been doing. Go take the
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, if you load that thing to 99999.
And what's going to happen? All right, tell me, the money going to go through the roof?
Yeah. Volleyball, beach volleyball. And the women were more popular than the men. The women were more popular than the men. I'm telling you, dunking with the Shaq emblem with your knees up, man, you tripping. You tripping, bro. What? Brittany Griner just busting through the lane, busting.
Brittany Griner already dunked.
I know, but.
So you just want more women. More women
Yes.
dunking.
Yes, I'm just telling you now. So a lot of people going to comment, they're going to hate this, but I know exactly what I'm talking about. That's the only thing missing.
Around the exact same time that this happened, Shaq had got exposed online, and this was by a woman named Maria Ozuna. Now, Maria posted this photo of her and a really big man, which the internet instantly knew was Shaquille O'Neal. Obviously, Shaq denied knowing her, saying that it wasn't him in the mirror selfie, adding, "I'll let you know who my woman is." And in response to this, Maria posted a video exposing that it was the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, showing a hotel name tag with his name on it, showing a video of the two of them together, showing Shaq passed out on the couch, and then her on stage of one of his DJ events. And now, crazy enough, it's not only girls that feel how bad Shaq's lust really is. Because streamer and media personality DJ Akademiks said that Shaq tried to get with his last 3 girlfriends in revenge. It all started with DJ Akademiks posting a bunch of different things about Shaq, to which Shaq didn't take appreciation to.
The way how y'all look at Shaq is not how Shaq is. Because I've never interacted with him before. I've learned other things afterwards. I learned that Shaq was allegedly getting extorted in LA when he was there. They're claiming he tried to put a hit on somebody. So Shaq really think he's gangster like that. Like, by the way, after me and him kind of got into it, because I'm like, man, what the f? Like, because Shaq was like, now I'm going to see you. I'm going to see you. I'm going to get you touched. I'm like, what is Shaq talking about? Shaquille O'Neal? So apparently Shaq think he's a thug. I'm going to be honest with you. He does think he's a thug. Shaq was involved in a case where somebody got killed.
Shaq went into DJ Akademiks' DMs, and the beef never really ended from there.
You have beef with Shaq?
Shaq been trying to, the last 3 girls I've been with, I don't even know. Yo, Shaq followed a girl that had 300 followers. Because, like, I don't even know how he found out I was dealing with her. I promise you. This chick that no one on planet Earth but me, her mama, and 200 people knew. It's like, hey, Shaq DM me. I'm like, Shaq? He's like my arch nemesis. He tried to fly out my last 2 exes, and then he tried to, I don't know what it is. I think he got mad at me. Shaq called me broke. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I am broke to Shaq because I heard he's a billionaire. But he was mad at me because I posted on my Instagram page. Remember when he was sliding, he was DMing the girl from Home Depot? And I was like, yo, Shaq DMing the girl from Home Depot. But I post everything. There was 5 other girls that was like, yo, Shaq in my DM. So I posted them too. Then Shaq DM'd me and said, so I'm gonna just say it in Shaq's voice. It's like, look, bro, you broke or something, bro? Like, he was asking me if I was broke for posting his business. And I was like, Shaq, you're 60 with a 22-year-old girl from Home Depot. Anyway, I wasn't even shaming him for the age. I was just like, bro, we're just posting it because it's funny. And he just started beefing with me. Like, then he said the craziest thing to me. He's like, yo, I couldn't even read his message. He says, I'm gonna see you, bro. He said, I'm gonna see you. I'm like, what?
And as of 2025, The Breakfast Club's Just Hilarious gave us some insight on how Shaq lives at his house, adding that when she was at Shaq's house, she saw him with 4 white women.
All right, real quick, random observation. I'm at Shaq's house yesterday, right?
Yo.
And, yo, this man is living like Neo. He got 4 white bitches, big booties in there. Like, one is in the kitchen cleaning, the other one is in the basement. Like,
Shaq,
4.
who, Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know another Shaq.
Right.
But yes.
He be down in Atlanta.
Guess what, Jeff?
Yeah, he got a house in Atlanta.
He got 4 wives?
4 white women. Man, when I seen 2 of them was bad. The other ones they were getting there. But I couldn't believe
getting there, sir.
4 white women. No, I mean, like, you know, the other two of them was like beautiful, bad. I'm like, okay, all right, Shaq, I see what you're doing. Then I seen the other two come out the back, and I was like, oh, all right, they getting there. They need a little bit more work.
A year later in 2026, when Shaq spoke on the whole situation, he corrected it and joked about having 6 white girlfriends.
I read an article that says you have 4 white girl girlfriends.
It's supposed to be 6, but yeah.
Do you ever think about, instead of having multiple girlfriends, getting one girlfriend that's your size?
I actually met a girl that's my size.
Yikes.
So yeah, as you learned today, Shaq is a dog. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button and maybe even check out one of these videos on the screen. But in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.